So I spent my second grade in a private school in the Philippines, and all the teachers they were really nice. It was a Catholic school too, just to mention. And except for my teacher, she was the kind of person who would yell at you for something really stupid, for tying your shoelaces wrong, or say something like, "I'm sorry, but God's gates are closing on you because you didn't spell OCD in alphabetical order." Yeah. So one day we had a test in her class, and I think it was about a story that we read the day before. And I think it was like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang or something, and it was going to be multiple choice. I was just like, multiple choice. We're Asian. We could probably like ace this test in my sleep. So it was multiple choice, and I think you had to circle the answers, but instead of reading the um, what you had to do before the test, the instructions, I I just went on and underlined the answers instead because I'm like, this is way faster than circling. So I underlined it, like, aced it. And I handed it in. A week later, I get it back. F. I get an F because I did not follow directions. I got all the answers right. I just didn't follow directions. I was like, you could have just given me 5 points off for, like, spelling my name wrong or underlining the answers, but not, like, a 0. So I was freaking out because I thought that when I'd get home, my parents would have already known and they were going to beat me with a toaster or something. So I was afraid to talk to that teacher for the rest of the year. I could not go to school. There would be weeks where I would just sleep until my parents left for work. And then since I had a babysitter during the day, since my parents weren't home until like 8 o'clock at night, I'd stay home after they left and I'd be like, don't tell my parents I didn't go to school today. And I would do that and I would stay home for like a week without going to school. So when my parents found out, they got pretty pissed. You can imagine. So instead of just like, grounding me and forcing me to go to school like a normal parent would, they they signed me up for therapy because they thought I had a problem. No joke. I'm not even kidding you. They signed me up for therapy. And you know the kind of stuff you see in the movies with like, look at this ink blot. What does it remind you of? Or like, how does that make you feel? They ask me those kind of questions. I'm not even kidding you. That's what they ask you. Like, the guy, my therapist was like, so, why are you afraid to go to school? I'm just like, why do you think I'm afraid to go to school? I am afraid of my second grade teacher who's probably the daughter of Satan. What else is there? I'm just like, got it memorized. It's not that hard to understand. I just don't want to go to school. I just want to get my classes changed. That's it. So therapy never really worked out for me because I only went for like a couple of weeks and I was still afraid to go to school. Like, I'd have my grandma's aunt, no, my grandma's sister, who was my aunt, come to school with me every day. They'd force me to go to school, and I'd have her sit outside my classroom the entire day until the day ended. And I would be so paranoid that she like left, and I'd have to stay there with my teacher, and I thought she might eat me alive. Because since it was a private school, there were gates with guards in it just to make sure that people wouldn't kidnap us during the day. So I was afraid that I'd have to stay with her the entire day. And I thought that I'd never get out, so I'd always check if she was still there to take me home at the end of the day. So that's basically all I remember from my second grade. I hope it made you feel better about your first, I guess. And if you could, subscribe, whichever way the subscribe button is. I don't YouTube that much. Subscribe to my friend's YouTube account because I broke into hers just to make you this video. So, yeah, that's it.